Hello everybody. So we are continuing our exciting journey into energy industry. So we have talked with you about the forms of energy, potential energy and the kinetic energy and their types. So today we are going to talk about non-renewable energy sources. So non-renewable energy sources that come from sources that will run out or will not be replenished in our lifetimes or even in other lifetimes. So let's talk about the examples of non-renewable energy sources. Most renewable energy sources are fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. What's carbon? Let's talk about the carbon itself. So carbon is the main element in fossil fuels. For this reason, the time period that fossil fuels formed, it's about 360 or 300 million years ago, is called the Carbon-Furious period. And how fossil fuels formed? All fossil fuels formed in a similar way. Hundreds of millions of years ago, even before the dinosaurs period, Earth had a different landscape. It was covered with wide, shallow seas and swampy forests. Over time, the dead plants were crushed under the seabed, and rocks and other sediment piled on the top of them, creating high heat and pressure on the ground. In this environment, the plant and animal remains eventually turned into fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and petroleum. Today, there are huge underground pockets, called reservoirs, of these renewable sources of energy all over the world. These are the formation of the fossil fuels. So you can see here peat, lignite, coal, and the time and pressure affects them. So there's some questions that you can discuss with your friends or yourself. So what's non-renewable energy? So we have talked about it, so you can answer and revise the topic itself. So there are some other tasks for your visual knowledge. So they're given some pictures and you have to answer, you have to find out which fossil fuels are used to make these things work. And then another task is about the sources of non-renewable energy. In the table, there are given some words. The words can be both non-renewable energy and renewable energy. So you have to list here only non-renewable source of energy. Let's move to the case study. So today we are going to talk about the case and the biogas, about the biogas. So we are going to learn firstly the lexical units of the case study. So the first one is recyclable. Recyclable, that means it can be used again. So you can recycle it. Renewable. Renewable, it can renew its sources. It cannot be run out. Aerobic bacteria. Because of the action of aerobic bacteria, for example, in fruits, in the skin of the fruits, there happen some kind of processes. Applying biogas. Apply means the application to the practice of biogas, the use of biogas. Fuel, that's the source of energy. Various aspects of biogas research. So various aspects means different features of the biogas research. Biological process. So biological process usually happen because of anaerobic bacteria. Organic matter. Organic matter is the waste material coming from the animals. Facility. Facility is the building where different process can happen. Covered area. When there is no open space, that's the covered area. So the last one is absence of the oxygen. So absence of the oxygen means there is no oxygen at all. So our case study, So this case study is about biogas. So biogas is recyclable, renewable, and cleaning energy source, and that can be used directly as a fuel. As the as the renewable as the technology is developing, the progress in various aspects of the biogas research has been also developing. Biogas is produced naturally in the slurry pools themselves, and it's a biological process in which anaerobic bacteria decompose organic matter in the absence of oxygen, and as a result, biogas can be released. However, there are some challenges. One challenge is the process cannot be controlled wholly. Like, this is because the temperature needed by the bacteria may be in summer days, not during winter cold days. The next challenge relating with the biogas is the fresh slurry. You need the fresh slurry to use the highest efficiency of the energy. So the other problem is whether in a small or big facility, there has to be a covered area. There shouldn't be any open space. For example, pond or digester system that can prevent gases from releasing into the atmosphere and ammonia from escaping. You are going to suggest some possible solutions to this problem, like how can we achieve the efficient application of the biogas into our life. So there are some questions about the case study that you can discuss with your friends and learn more about the topic itself. So the questions: what's the biogas? What's the problem? How serious is the situation? So these questions, while answering these questions, you can possibly have some solutions to the problem. So we hope this video also will be helpful for you and you can learn more about the other video episodes. Goodbye. See you.